Oh my God. I hope everything sounds good. They should be able to.
Yeah.
Check. Mic check.
Check.
Tech check.
Oh, we sound fine. Cool, great. I don't know what the deal was with that intro song, but that
I'm really digging the slow curtain the more it happens.
Yeah, it just feels so good.
I didn't think I was going to be a fan of it, but I'm really starting to like the aesthetic. It's not bad. Welcome back to The Plug. My name is DJ Pauly G.
It's your boy Ether.
And I'm Bob.
And we have a special guest with us sitting in the studio, the incomparable, the insatiable Tanner Johns.
Tanner Johns.
What's up? Thanks for having me, guys.
Where's my clap deal there, Bob?
Jesus.
Okay.
This is
Tanner is the founder and lead singer of. Are you in two bands or just one?
You know, I've played in a lot of bands. Right now I have Blue Street, which we're playing at Murphy's tonight.
Which I've seen and I love. Big fan here.
Yeah.
Big fan. Love your guys' music.
Thanks. Yep. And then my original band is Tanner Johns, the Canadian Tuxedos.
great name.
Yeah, horn section, and it's fun stuff. So.
You have a gig at Murphy's tonight, so you can't stay the whole time. But tell what's going on with Tanner John's band right now? Like, you guys got a gig at Murphy's tonight, and then where else are you at?
So
summertime.
Yeah, man. It's been a crazy
turn up
summer.
the heat.
We're playing somewhere every weekend with one of the two bands. So
yeah.
Blue Street's more of a cover band. We do like classic rock, country stuff, and then the Canadian Tuxedos. That's like all of my original stuff, and then we kind of do some other fun stuff. That would incorporate horns. It would be more like kind of atypical.
You guys are like a bluesy type band too, a little bit.
Yeah,
like
a little bluesy.
Yeah, but it's
kind of guitar driven too. So.
Yeah, and it's a good combination of styles. I like it. It's actually one of my favorite live aspects. Is like your type of band is really my favorite type of band to see live.
Oh, thanks,
it really is. That
you
style
got great energy.
Yeah,
It's so funky. It's so funky.
First of all, horns live is
so
my favorite.
fun,
Any horn live is awesome. That's my favorite type of shit.
Mine too.
So I mean, like, you guys have Murphy's tonight. Where you at? Anywhere this weekend?
Murphy's tomorrow with Blue Street. I'm playing a solo show. A lot of solo shows too coming up.
Nice.
Solo show at Boulder Canyon.
Nice.
The new country club out there that's having
yeah.
music. It's been pretty cool.
Sounds
Right on. I know you got your foot in the door in that one already.
Yeah.
Good to go. All right. See, this stuff's done.
Right away. So
Yeah.
It's good.
They hit you up.
I'm stoked. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
See,
Cool.
Congrats,
your reputation precedes you as well, sir.
You're too nice.
You've seen the show before. You know how we kind of do things. I'm going to give a rundown to the people in the audience. Some of them joining us for the first time, maybe.
Yeah.
This is an all-original musical platform. That's what we like to call it, for all original artists of all genres to submit their music and be played live in front of other people. Just kind of spanning all different genres. We've heard everything from metal to. What is that one that's just
everything.
noises, and you guys said it was
Everything.
genre?
Which name? I mean,
You were like, it was just a bunch of just different noises, and Ethan's like, yeah, that's this genre. And I was
Well,
like,
there is just called a genre called noise.
Yeah,
It's called noise.
there's noise core.
So apparently we had,
Noise core, noise
from
experimental.
metal to that to hip hop, R&B, even new pop sometimes, which I like.
Sweet.
It's crazy what we hear on the show. And what we do is we rate and review them live. And we ask that everybody in the audience do the same. People are submitting the music. They want to be told what people think about it. That's the whole point of doing this. It's not for us. It's not for you. It's for all of us. It's for all of us to share our thoughts on this stuff and be vocal. But more importantly, Bob, what do you got to do?
Be respectful.
Yeah. How would you describe being respectful, Bob?
It's just don't be saying people's shit sucks.
Yeah. And speaking of which,
They'll be
there's
like,
a thing
"I
we do on the
fucking
show.
hate it.
We rate
Sucks."
everything from 1 to 10, right? But we give people 2 points automatically just for making music and sending it into a bunch of assholes.
It's a lot of work, man.
To rate and review live. So critique, we see collaborations on the show all the time. If you don't like something because it's a genre that you don't like some people, I don't know, I'm getting more used to country the more I've been a DJ, and I'm starting to actually like different, I like some country.
Yeah.
But if I was to hear some new poppy country, I just can't, I'm not a big fan. If I don't want to rate that song, I don't have to, but I can't be like, oh, that's 2 because I don't like it. We ask everybody to be open to all genres. So if you don't know enough about a genre, then just don't rate it. Don't throw your 2 cents and nobody wants to hear it because you don't like it anyways. So that's kind of the gist. Any questions, Tanner?
I think we're good. I'm ready. I'm
stoked, man. We got
Share this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Yeah,
share. Let's get
That's
started.
what I'm doing
shall we?
over here. Let me keep on talking. Let me share some shit.
Also, if you'd like to donate to the show, you can do so by donating to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. All the proceeds go towards more keeping the lights on and moreover keeping the show going.
And send your tracks into my email.
thepluglive.sub@gmail.com.
There it is.
That's the one.
Not Ethan Eicher 1992
No.
real.
That was a good time, though. I have my Google Drive. I can't even use it anymore.
At the
I
real.
deleted
Ethan
so
Eicher.
much. Don Roppy, what's going on? Happy Friday to you. Eric Castilla, very good to see you back. The new Technomancer with you, awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
You guys look out in the mail for some merch too as well.
Yes.
We sent out some stuff last week. So here's how it works too. We're just giving away prints right now. If you donate $10, you'll get bumped up in the line. $20 for up next. If you do want to hear your stuff, we are taking donations. We're just going to be laid back this episode. We're really going to try to just press through the music.
We're digging our way up.
Yeah,
Also, I
and-
want to shout out to Feiji Wilds and Young Rich Kid. I'm an idiot.
Young
Rich Kid. Guys, if you guys want us to listen to your music, send them to the pluglive.sub@gmail.com.
You're very animated tonight, sir.
I am. All right. And then who else? What we got? Jared Skipper, good to see you. We
we
did
did
play
all iced
Dropping
up, you
Bows
know,
last show. We did
just
play
half
Dropping
of
Bows, if
it.
I'm not
Only-
mistaken.
I mean-
But we'll look into that to make sure that we get that played. I'm pretty sure we played it.
He knows what he's doing, and thank God he's the brains behind the show. So big
I'm so
shout out to-
tired.
Somebody's
Big shout out to the
gotta
homie Ether here. That being said, I want to get into some music, but if you want to donate just to the show, just for content, we will throw you a print for it, and they're pretty cool prints. Man.
Yeah.
we made them ourselves.
And they'll all be
we're
signed
crafters.
as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
crafty
Because
people,
we're
crafty,
important
shifty.
people.
Let's get into it,
Individuals.
shall we?
All right.
Share this broadcast. Where's the thing? Give me the thing.
Well, be careful. I think that thing's acting up, so I wouldn't even touch it.
There's no buttons.
No buttons.
I don't have any buttons to press anymore. Bob,
Damn.
next show I'm stealing the computer.
That's what's going to happen.
No, can't do it.
I'm better at
Oh my
doing
God, this
samples
is
than you
in
are.
my shirt. That's why I'm probably not being able to be audible right now. All right.
Nice. Okay.
Thanks for letting me know, Bob. All right.
You sound fine over here.
Fucking shit, dude. All right. New music. Here we go. Good
Welcome to the
morning.
show, sir.
I hope you had a
It's good to be
great
here.
week. I am very excited to be sending you the brand new single "Earl" by award-winning duo Adele and Andy. I don't think we're talking about Adele.
I would hope not.
Yeah.
Immediate
We're gonna
airplay.
get our pod pulled off.
Of course.
Yeah, air.
So Adele and Andy with a track called Earl.
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 No covers, by the way.
this
Don't
is
send us
Earl.
any covers.
No, I don't think this is
Hashtag no covers.
Don, I'm glad you got yours. Siobhan, what's going on? Good to see you. To the email, Young Rich Kid. I'm playing audio and I'm hearing nothing.
Yeah, we got the one there, Bob.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Nothing coming
You
through.
have no audio? It's because you have nothing plugged into that, bro.
Yeah, I do. I got this
Do you?
plugged in right here.
What is that going to?
To the mixer, man.
Should be.
Oh, I got it. Nope, I figured it out. All right.
Ah, there we go.
So is this country.
The night in the car, she felt so much shame. They lost all control, needed someone to blame. And Earl with the fields on her papa's farm. The boy had a smile and it worked like a charm. She flirted with him all of the time, but Earl, he never stepped out of line. The brother's revenge was easy to see. The girl that cried rape and he got the plea. Out of silence, do it his time. An innocent boy had committed no crime. A death row party, minutes too late. A thought system had sealed his fate. Everything stopped as he ended the call. He hung his head low, but Earl wasn't guilty at all. Na na na. The girl she had lied. little too late, his mother, she cried. The girl was charged and taken away, but nothing could change the injustice that day. Earl sat in silence, doing his time. An innocent boy had committed no crime. A death row party, minutes too late. A flawed system that sealed his fate. Everything stopped as he ended the call. He hung his head low, but Earl wasn't guilty at all. Na 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 na. But Earl wasn't guilty at all. Na 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 na. Each year in September, a vigil took place for the boy they remembered with a smile on his face. Locked in a cell, doing his time. An innocent boy had committed no crime. Everything stopped as he ended the call. He hung his head low, but Earl wasn't guilty at all. Na 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 na. But Earl wasn't guilty at all. Na 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 na. But Earl wasn't guilty at all. Earl sat in silence, doing his time. But Earl wasn't guilty at all. Death row party, minutes too late. But Earl wasn't guilty at all.
It's called Earl.
Earl.
It's called Earl.
Wow.
That was like
That was
a
awesome.
wedding
Good.
song, man. Like I could see like a
Adele and Andy.
father-daughter dance to that, you know?
Yeah, that was beautiful. She's got a really, really beautiful voice. And also, I really dig the composition of it. It's very traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's very traditional. Almost, it had this like almost Civil War drummer boy flair, and like with a like someone's about to go to war.
Yeah.
It really evokes. But I mean,
Cool dropouts, too.
Evokes emotion, right? And you felt it.
It's a build-up, man.
Yeah, it's a build-up. It's like that, you know, that moment where you're like, oh shit, just got real,
Yep.
you know.
The production was fantastic
I
in that
like
first
that right in the
song.
middle, of the song. Kind of broke it up a little bit.
I
Nicely.
thought like the instrumentation was right on point.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah.
Especially like the little mandolin poking through there and the guitar bends. I'm a guitar player, so
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But I thought that was really tasty. It wasn't over the top, but it was just enough to give it that nice little.
little flair too. You did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Nice,
spritz on
nice
there,
bass
yeah.
line for everything to lay on. You know, it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I like it.
What would you, if you were to rate this song from 1 to 10? Remember, you don't have to, but if you would like to. I always like to tell that to, because some of our guests, like Kevin Brott, for instance, he was like, I don't like doing that, man. I feel
Right.
like it's disrespectful. And I was like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always about like one person's opinion on a certain day. Like, and
Sure.
the more
True.
times you listen to the song, you'll pick out different things.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So first time listen to it, you know,
at a glance.
Yeah, I think I would give it, you know, probably 7.
7? There you go, man.
Let's go.
Good song.
Good score.
Yeah, that's it. Which
Even though Don Robbie says, tells a nice story, better than I lost my dog, my wife left me, and my tractor died.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Eric Castilla, not huge on country, but even then, I'd throw this a minimum 6 out of 10, maybe even a 7. Could see it in a scene, in a show or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that too.
Yeah, me
it
too.
gives you kind of that, but it gives you kind of that vibe like that. It's not like you've heard it before,
Right.
you know, the same style. Which is all right. So I'm gonna give this a score. I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. And the reason being is because even though the composition of it was really good and the lady's voice so beautiful, it's just so it was a little too traditional. You know, it didn't really
Or generic.
wow me at all as far as somebody who's just listening to it. You know, like if I was just listening to it, not intently, sure, I would probably, what do you think? I would ignore it completely.
Yeah.
It fits right in that slot of like, oh, this is exactly what I'm trying to market to. Right?
Exactly. So for that, this 7 is kind of, I don't think I would give it much higher of a score, even if a lot of things were done much better.
You know, the only thing I thought like would make it more marketable on your on songwriters end from a production standpoint, there was a couple times. I think like most of the time when you're writing a song, you want to kind of tell a story, and you want that story to have a big peak and then kind of a valley somewhere. This one it was hard to find where the actual climax was because there's kind of like 2 dropouts where like the whole instrumentation changed, got very sparse, and then it kind of built back up, and then it did it again. And so, like, from a first time, this is my first time perspective listening, but yeah, I think, maybe just emphasize that on the next song a little bit more if that's the route you're wanting to try to.
Yeah.
See, I
Or
feel
improve it,
differently.
you know?
I feel like this song, because you mentioned that it did have a climax of some sort. It was just a very soft climax, right? So it had that build up, it had a drop, but it was just a really light, subtle and sensual kind of drop. And I think that was, in my personal opinion, I think it was well done. I think there's a lot of... I mean... I think it was very sensual, man. I really enjoyed it, and I think that you could see this in a romance movie or anything. It was well done. I'm going to bop this one off at an 8.
A great production, by the way.
Yeah.
It sounded awesome.
Yeah. Bob, you're the only one not to
mixing.
give it a score.
Yeah, I'm kind of I guess, more of a snob on production, but that one sounded pretty damn good. I mean, the mix was nice and clean. You could hear all the instruments real well. Yeah, I'm only gonna give it kind of a lower score because it was a little repetitive and it was just a little too long.
How long was that track?
4 and some
4:46.
change, maybe. Ooh, almost
It's a
5
little
minutes.
lengthy.
Yeah.
It is a little lengthy. I'd probably chop that one if I'm not telling you what
I'm
to
still
do.
gonna.
I'm
still gonna give a good score. I'm still gonna get I'll go right between you guys. I'll go 7.5 on that.
7.5.
Very nice.
Not bad. You're all deserving scores, but I mean, I definitely think you're a very talented individual, and whoever, both of you,
Yeah.
Young
Adele
Cash
and
Rich.
Andy,
Oh, sorry.
Adele, Andy, or Earl.
Who is it? Young Cash Rich, you send it to thepluglive.sub@gmail.com. You'll see that scrolling above, and send it in MP3 format. And I'm going straight MP3 because my
Yep.
Google Drive is filling way too fast.
And keep in mind, if you are submitting a song, and I hope this doesn't come off snobbish. If you are submitting a song at this point, we do have a lot of submissions already. So there is a way to bump your song up in the list. It's with Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal.
Right.
All proceeds go towards here, and we'll give you a print for it. And you can also do $20 for Up Next if you want to. That's something that we allow as well. And if you just want to donate for just the thick, meaty, juicy content that we give you,
It's so juicy.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.
then do it. Once again, we're sitting here with the incomparable Tanner Johns.
Yes.
From the Blue Street Band. And, dude, I'm loving the insight. That was probably extremely helpful for them.
Yeah.
Totally.
And that's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear.
See, this is why we need more smart guests.
Jesus, what are you
Not
saying?
to say
I
our other
wouldn't
guests
say
haven't
that.
been smart.
Jesus.
I'm not that.
Yeah, well, we're going to need guests after Bob just insulted all of them, besides Tanner.
That's not what I meant. I meant like us three are not as smart as most of our guests.
Right.
I mean,
What I was trying to
I
say.
don't like you lumping me into categories. I feel like it has
You're too hard on yourself, Bob.
objective undertones to it.
I don't know, yeah.
Put me in a box, Bob.
Never put baby in a box.
man.
I don't think so.
Next
You
up
can't
to
put
this,
me in a box.
Next up,
I won't allow it.
You won't allow it. Damn. All right. Hi, guys. Rachel from Sparkle Vein here, dropping this little ditty
Vein.
titled Broken People. Thanks so much. Love your show. Broken People by Sparkle Vein.
Vain like V-A-I-N or
V-A-I-N, yeah.
All right.
what's
Ooh.
We come from broken people, oh we never had a chance. From the backwoods of America, oh the dreadful circumstance. Our mothers could not hear our cries through the holes inside the walls. And even if they could, they fucked up with the drugs inside the nostrils.
Demo.
Yeah.
I would assume that's a demo.
So that was Sparkle Vein, Broken People.
Dude, I mean, I dug that. It gave. You ever
Super
remember
cool.
that
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, it was neat.
That movie Yes Man, that band that chick she was in. It reminds me of something similar to that, and that really is some.
It was like a
great
garage
vibes.
type vibes.
It's like indie garage. It's really.
The thing that stood out to me the most
Okay.
was the lack of production and the vocals.
Yeah.
They were drowned out. And the guitar was
Zoe,
mad
yeah,
overcooked.
Zoe
Like we were
Deschanel.
saying. The bass on the guitar was coming through a little heavy. I mean, I don't know. I just think that was like, if the goal was to go that direction, because I don't like to interpret music for everybody.
Sure.
And every time I do that, people are like, shut up. So I'm not
Well, I
gonna do
mean,
that.
Don Robbie says it right there. It has a Sonic Youth vibe. Brings me back to 1996. She gives an 8.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I
Nice.
just, for me, I like the song. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really neat. But I just thought the production was a little off.
Right.
And different spots.
Well, yeah, I think the main issue there was that the guitar and bass were just so blown out over the entirety of the track.
Yeah.
I thought they actually had a good mix. I thought the vocals just needed to bump up, like
Totally.
throw some
Yeah.
more compression on the vocals or something. I love how you double track the vocals too.
Yep.
And there's a couple different layers in there that I
Yeah,
just
agreed.
wish I could get the
Yeah, it
get
sounded
the,
like she had a really nice
pieces
voice,
out of it, yeah.
but you couldn't barely hear it.
It was really cool tune though. That's where my roots are, like that kind of stuff for sure.
Right.
So
Eric Castilla says production was kind of on point for the vibe. I think it just needed a drop. I felt a build up, and that didn't happen. You know? Yeah, I totally know what you mean.
well, I don't know if we got the whole song right.
No, yeah, that was
My
the,
problem with the vibe argument, and it always is, it'll always be this, is
What's
that
the
there's
genre?
different ways of doing. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but you can record everything better and put it together and it'll sound better. I promise you that. Like, even if that's what you're going for, there's better ways to do it correctly, so it doesn't just sound
Right.
like distorted noise. And there's tons of attenuation just lined in there. Like, I couldn't even, like, some of the times her voice was matching that guitar riff,
Yep.
and it's just noise there. Like, and they'll show you that if you look at this on like a infrared, yeah, exactly. You'll see that. Well, that's what it is.
I believe that
Thermal.
everything,
Sorry, not
yeah,
infrared.
totally can
Thermal.
have increased production and be way more better. But there's certain things, like if we look at punk rock music from back in the day and how they started out, they didn't care about the production quality. What they cared about was making the music and saying
Welcome
what
to
they wanna
2021,
say.
where you can download music on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, people want to have that vibe. Maybe they want to keep that
That's
vibe.
well, punk, you're talking about a live punk vibe, though. That's like
Listen
that's
to the
like
albums even,
metal,
too.
like
Yeah,
some
a lot of
metal.
old punk albums are just,
I've heard.
they don't sound great.
I'm telling you
But
this.
it's punk
didn't
rock.
have-
I've heard shitty
I mean, some
metal
people just don't
bands
want to be commercialized.
live, and I enjoyed them live. I've heard shitty metal bands. Then I like listen to an album, and I'm like, wow, I was fucking freaking out to this like the other day. You know, and it's different. Live aspect's different, and I get that the distortion, all that stuff belongs there in a live aspect because it's energy. But like, I don't know. I just feel like if you were to, like, for instance, take that guitar, dial it back a bit, and just
Right.
maybe just use a little bit,
and just boost the vocals.
and take the bass down just a tad, like on the guitar,
or take some of the good
and the
Yeah.
and the
some
vocals,
of
like
the
you said, more
distortion out
single,
of the
maybe I don't know,
bass.
like
Yeah, it sounded
clean them
like
up.
almost maybe it was a distorted bass too. So it could have. I mean, you could have been throwing that in there, and it just was conflicting a little bit with the overall
Yeah.
groove. But it was a really cool groove, and especially like whatever, like that tambourine thing and the
Yeah.
drums too. I thought that was like.
I wanted to hear the drums more too.
Yeah, those really could have been brought up. I agree
I'm
with
always
that.
a big fan of percussion in music, and so I want to hear the drums. But anywho, round
He
of
says
scores.
I could see it sounding more robust live. I agree with you
Right.
100%. You know, I think that there's a lot of bands that are like that.
Right, and there's
Shit.
some bands that are opposite. Right? So they sound good recorded.
And it's
they sound
also
bad live,
that
vice
goes
versa.
through to the genre as well. You know, what kind of genre is it? Like
Mm-hmm.
an acoustic person is, in my opinion, somebody playing acoustic and singing is always better live to me because it's just more aspect to it. Like when you're listening to a recording, it's just a guitar and a voice. You know,
Right.
but in person, you're watching the person's emotions and you're seeing how they feel. Whereas like, you know, rock music, I'm not a big fucking classic rock guy, and I'll be honest, I saw Ted Nugent in concert. I'd rather listen to his album.
I've had cat scratch fever stuck in my head all day.
That's
funny that I said
unfortunate.
that then. And I've also seen ZZ Top look like 3 corpses on stage just like rocking back and forth. That's no fun. You know, I don't want to see him like that. You know, Michael Jordan should never went to the Wizards. What are we talking about? Let's move
Don
on.
Robbie says, yes, live is different.
Oh,
every
sure.
I don't
Scores.
always look at radio ready, just do I like it? And I totally feel you on that. Just the immediate do I like it?
And I'm a production kind of snob, so.
Yeah, like,
Tanner,
right.
if you were to rate this 1 to 10, what would you give it?
You know,
Right now.
if I could hear the vocals a little bit, if like the mix was a little bit little bit better. I think it just needs a little bit more polish on the mix. But with how it is right now, I think it's above a 5 because I really dig that groove. I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'll give it a 6.
6.
Nice.
I am right there with you.
I was
at a
actually
6.
going to say the same thing.
And I think it's a big 6. It's an honest big 6 that could
Yeah.
transform into something even better.
Big old
like a
6.
7 or an 8.
Yeah.
Even if you just fix that track.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fix that track. That 6 is going to go up to a 7, 8, whatever. And maybe in the future, you maybe clean up your music a little bit and you learn how to do it better. Maybe they're just starting. We don't know.
We don't. Yeah, that's true.
What do you 6 for you, Bob?
Yes.
Ethan.
Yeah, man, I feel the vibe. I think it's a good song. It gives me good feelings. About
Gives me
the
good
romantic
feelings.
And
They're amazing
I
feelings.
gotta just drop this one off at a 7, dude.
7.
All right.
I just think it's
We
good.
always have a generous one for the day. Sometimes it's me, sometimes Bob.
Ethan Johnson, what's
sometimes
bopping?
Ethan Johnson?
Yeah,
Do not start calling yourself Ethan.
I'm not. That's his name.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
Okay. Who we got next? I was like, you did not just give yourself a moniker
Nah.
on this show.
I'm Ethan Johnson.
Rastafari greetings to each and every one. I am proud to
Whoa.
present to you
What
as
about to
a
hear?
pre-release exclusivity my new single, In the Morning, featuring Raz Jumbo. Soon out on Friday, July 9th on all digital platforms. Soen Records, there's so many credits here. I'm just going to list off the names.
Dwayne The Rock
Charles
Johnson, we
Lobb,
need your help.
Leroy Chambers, at Shaman Studio.
our show.
Spraggy is the name of the as the
Soen
author.
Beach, Smirnoff
Charles
Ice.
Lobb, David No Baptiste, a.k.a. Ross Jumbo, Fari
Jesus Christ.
Band.
Well, dude, I'm not going to remember any of this.
Remember
Nobody
that.
knows
It's being
anybody
recorded.
else.
Let the song be
Yeah,
played
I mean,
in
this
every
isn't a roller screen. We
household,
can't
in
give a
every
shout out to
car, in
everybody
every
who asked
phone,
them,
in
okay.
every dance and radio. Spread it out all over the world and social media too, and add it to your playlist. You are going to love this one. It's a great song. Enjoy listening and give thanks for your support. May God bless you all. Rastafari, God bless. Braggy, ladies and gentlemen, with a track called, what is this called?
Hopefully it's whatever it is.
Right
Whatever it is,
called
I hope
In
it's
the
good enough to
Morning.
bring me out of this
In the
coma. You
Morning.
can just put me in.
In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, yeah. Give you my love, everything, and you just don't want believe the word that I say. Oh, yeah. Tell you I'd never make you feel sad, no blue. Oh, girl, but you never listen to what I say. In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, yeah. In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, yeah. So much of things on your mind. Every day I try make you realize, but you just don't seem to understand. Tell you about so much fantasy, but within you know it's a reality. But you're never ready. Yeah. In the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah, in the morning and in the evening. Oh, yeah,
I did dreadlocks I loving. A Rasta man them I loving. Till about the dreaders I would say. Love is love and voice kill about me. Love you one another, the best of from better. Come and love me as I would say. I love you in the morning time. Love you at the evening time. I love you at the wrong time. Love is what we need, as I was saying. Come and tell me about it now.
In the morning and in the evening. Oh yeah, yeah.
Why you mean not to play?
In the morning,
Tell you about it now.
in the evening. Oh yeah, yeah.
And not the dread that them loving. And not the dread that them loving. And not the dread that them giving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell you love is lovely. War is kind of violate. Love me and leave, as I was saying. Hate me and die, as I was saying. Oh, yeah. Rastafari for life. Tell you that. Why you mean?
Dude, talk about
That
real
was
good
dope.
reggae. That was straight up bopping.
Spraggy!
I can't say anything bad about it. Guaranteed bopping, certified bopping, dropping
All
this
right.
baby off at a solid 8.
Damn.
8 from Ethan. I mean, I really like that track, man.
Emerald Recordings,
was
appreciate
It was that's one of those songs I listen to live or not. That's just a good song. Also, that's vibe. That's what
Yeah.
that's vibe heavy music. And the reason I say that is not because of the type of music it is. It's the little things in the background, like that guy going yeah, yeah, yeah,
And a little like
yeah.
wah, wah,
Yeah,
wah,
that,
wah,
and then there
whatever
was
the
like
fuck that was.
It's probably all that one dude, I bet, because that I heard the fluctuations
Well,
of
no,
his
you
voice one
said
time where it went.
the other guy that's
something
on
like that.
here is
I was like,
Ross Jumbo.
Ross has got jumbo beats.
Ross Jumbo.
Background.
Well, no,
beats.
Ross
Anyways,
Jumbo was the composer.
Yeah, I thought the whole song
That was
just
deep.
super
fucking
cool.
awesome.
We're probably definitely going to
Makes
get
me want to
flagged for it.
smoke. It makes me want to smoke the biggest spliff you've ever seen in your life. Like this spliff is huge.
Huge.
Huge spliff.
Huge.
It's so licensed up, but we're
you
gonna
gave
get,
it an 8.
we're gonna get flagged. So if this Facebook Live gets pulled, guys, there's always
Whatever,
a
dude.
YouTube.
Bro, I'm done trying to prepare for things. Okay. I will never prepare for anything ever in my life. ever again.
This is-
Especially not this
yeah.
fucking show. It always goes off the rails. Listen, I'm gonna give this one I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5. I liked it. The only thing I would change about it is maybe just brightening it up a little bit around the edges and stuff like that. Make it a little more in my face. But I loved everything
know.
else.
I think it was
I'm gonna use
good,
my
like-
change. I'm gonna give it an 8 too.
There you go,
I was
buddy.
gonna say,
I use,
like
you, get,
perfect
you
music
get as
is-
many changes as you want. By the way,
Yeah.
we all get one.
Oh, okay.
Which is
right
just
on.
a dumb rule.
No, it's because of you that we have the rule.
What do you gain and lose from me changing my score? Nothing.
Let's see what you get.
Eric Castilla,
You gain
for
fuck
reggae,
around
this
time.
gets 9.5, 10, no question. 9.5, no question. This is a cool vibe, nice voice too. 8 out of 10 from Shane Phipps. Good to see you, Shane. Don
What up,
Robbie,
what up?
7.5. Would like a little more variation in melody, but yeah, 7.5. The little yeet yeet in the back, yes. I just read all the comments.
Yeet
Yeet yeet.
Yee.
Yeah.
Where
Dude,
were-
I thought like the simplicity of the song was like it's one of its better cool things about it.
Yeah,
You know, the
it's
bass
something you-
player was on point. Like all these little things coming out. Like when the bass note stops, you have like a percussion hit or a vocal hit, and like everything has its own place and all kind of lines up.
Yeah.
It doesn't have peaks and valleys like we were talking about,
Yeah.
but it's
It's
like
just
with the
all
vibe thing,
straight,
it doesn't
like,
need it.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
topography of it, instead of being, peaks and valleys, mountains and shit, it's a meadow, man. It's a
Yeah,
fucking.
it's just-
I mean, it's, with a
Well, it's
voice
more
like
like- it's more like an ocean,
for the song.
'cause-
with a voice
I
like
know.
that, dude's
beat,
too
yeah.
is like it's like he doesn't even need to say words. He's just like oh yeah, where it's all like yeah,
shit's good.
And like it wouldn't even matter. It's just that type of vibe. What would you give it out of 1 out of 10?
9.
9.
I'm going 9.
Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because dude, the production was on point.
It really was.
Okay,
Maybe
from
when
a
we all
song,
talk.
from a
It really
songwriter
kinda was.
perspective too, it's so hard to write a song with 2 chords, and just doing the minor one, the 5 man, you killed it. Good job. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up? All right, guys. That's a real 9 too, by the way. This guy knows his shit. I felt kind of like that when I was giving it a 7.5. I was like, maybe I'm being a little tough on this. Maybe I was being still too tough with the 8, because, I mean, honestly, I don't know what else I would change about it other than just brightening it up a little bit around the edges, make it a little more in my face and, like, clarity-wise. But that, you imagine seeing that live. You just roll up at some, like you're in like fucking Carolina Beach, and you just roll up in some place, and there's some guy out there playing this, which has happened to me before, where I've seen bands like this.
Yeah,
actually, it did happen in Carolina Beach.
Did it? No, that would be fun. That's exactly what you would expect.
Some shrimp shop.
That's what you would want.
Yeah, there's some shrimp shop that had this, like, it was like the front of it looked all shitty, and I walked in, I was like, this place kind of sucks, maybe I won't stay, I'll just get food to go. And then I walked through this like little shitty doorway in the back, and there's just like a whole stage venue, volleyball, beach volleyball, the whole nine, and some Rastafarian band just killing it.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah, Doug, that track's fire.
Whole stage venue. Well, Bob, what do you give it?
Yeah, I was gonna go with the 8, but he's right though. Like, there's not much. You're both right. There's not much you can really change to it. So I gotta give that 8.5. 8.5.
The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is just because it's not like
the best thing that you've ever seen.
Right, like I'm saving that for like God tier level.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See, and I love that.
That's pretty.
Thank you. I think I'm a little hot there, Bob. I'm clipping.
I just checked it. It sounds fine.
Turn down a bit.
Well, let's listen to it before we start.
Let's go to the next track.
I just checked it. You sound good. You sound fine. So, yeah.
All right, who we got next?
Next up, we got a guy named Flatline with a track called Fade Away.
Flatline. We have no demos.
Flatline. Fade away. Brighter days. 3. Yeah. See your face. Fade away. Brighter days. Yeah. Flatline. Yeah, you fade away. Ain't no brighter days. Burn this motherfucker down. Wanna see your face. Yeah, you fade away. Ain't no brighter days. Burn this motherfucker down. Wanna I was down when I couldn't vent. I was down when you wasn't. I know you would go to heaven. I know love was above you. Yeah, you wasn't doing good, but blessed up you could get it. And now my thoughts are on the above it like the Lord was blessing. Yeah, I was down bad, trapping, doing my thing. And now I'm out here on my own and I'm just getting paid. That's why I own my guap, blast me all this money saved. The devil pushed me wrong, but I know them smarter ways. Never thought it would be this way, nah. Never thought it would be this way, nah. Never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would be this way. All these haters on my side, they make me really wanna sing. Flatline, you was great, you don't hesitate, you just get that bag, then you make it on a plane. Yeah, I'm missing you, yeah, I'm missing you, yeah, I'm missing you, missing you. Yeah, you fade away, ain't no brighter days. Burn this motherfucker down, wanna see your face. Yeah, you fade away, ain't no brighter days. Burn this motherfucker down, hey, yeah, we getting it, yeah, we getting lit. Turn this money to the top, you don't know how we getting it. I got money spinning, I got shawty saying, Flatline, you the best. Flatline, you progress, you gonna be the best. Yeah, you know it, yeah, I show it. Making all these haters know it. I got money overflowing, I got mama crying. She be out of sight, ghosts be out of sight. We can't see eye. Never thought it would be this way, nah. Never thought it would be this way, nah. Never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would, never thought it would be this way. All these haters on my side, they make me really wanna sing. Flatline, you was great, you don't hesitate, you just get that bag, then you make it on a plane. Yeah, I'm missing you, yeah, I'm missing you, yeah, I'm missing you, missing you. And you make it on a plate, yeah, and you doing hella great, yeah, everybody say I fake it, nah, they don't wanna see me make it, nah, and I make it on a plate, yeah, and I'm doing hella great, yeah, go.
Yeah. All right. So that was Flatline, Fade Away.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh wait, what am I doing? Is what you asked. I'm sharing this broadcast. I'm sharing
do that.
Sharing it to as many places as I can, because this is kind of your business card. If you're gonna put music on the show, share the shit out of this and share it a bunch to all your groups, all your family, all your friends, because that's what's going to get you known, and that's what's going to get people to hear your music. The more people we get on the show, the better off we all are. So let's do it.
That's true.
Can I still not hit the confetti?
Yeah, don't touch that.
I don't like this show. I quit. All right,
Cool
Fade
tune.
Away, Flatline. Cool song. Very cool.
I think
like
that the production was pretty. I mean, I think that the way he added in his backing vocals was a tad, just a teeny bit more unique than most people do. A little more effort put into it. And I appreciate
and what-
that.
like,
but
so,
overall, I think the song
go
was
into depth on
generally
that for a
just
second.
nothing more, a little more than average.
What do you mean by the
Backing vocals,
being
so
a
the
little
little
bit-
bits that he popped up in there, they were
Right.
not like rare, by any means, but they were, naturally uncommon. I guess maybe it's just the new times, new trends are bopping in, and he was applying those. But I thought it was good. If he didn't have those in there, and he just had the typical backing vocals that most people used since the 2000s and shit like that, I think that it definitely would have pulled back the likability of it.
Sorry, I don't know how to turn off the.
It's
damn-
okay. You just turned down your volume, man.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It is down. Look it.
You gotta tap it.
I'm not doing all that.
right.
Shit. I don't like to add stuff to my phone either.
Yeah, God. But yeah, I just think it was just it's a little bit
wasn't
a little bit better than average, man. A little bit better than
It actually
average. I'm gonna
was
bop
that.
this one off at a 6.
Six or either. So you just feel like it was a little bit average.
A little
It's
above
something you've heard
average.
before. I feel the same way, kind of. I mean, like I do feel like I felt like it was done a little bit better than that. I mean, the production wasn't bad at all. I thought it was like pretty.
beat was dope.
Pretty par for the course, I mean, like, and the beat was cool, and the guy's voice was cool. I'd like to hear more creativity, I guess, in those types of songs, because that sounds like a lot of the stuff I hear, on a normal basis. Like as a DJ, somebody's like, "Hey, play this song," and I'm like, "Oh, who's that?" And they're like, "It's this person." I'm like, "Oh, maybe it'd be cool," and it sounds like that. I'm just like, "Oh, it's another 2020 pop track, 2021 pop track."
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a lot of people try to emulate what they hear,
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, I'm
try to
the
make
same
it,
there. I'm
man.
right there with Ether. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
I loved all the synth chords. I thought were a little were pretty cool. You don't hear the harmony that you were doing very often, right? The play between the kick and the hi-hat synth stuff is super cool. I really dug that. Pretty badass. And the auto-tune, I saw someone else comment on the auto-tune. I think, I'm all right with the auto-tune on this tune. And even though it was like a little over the top, I think it fits perfect for the style you're going for.
And it wasn't too heavy either. It was
Yeah.
pretty light out too. I like that. More of a
Yeah.
glaze.
Shaker, please do.
Yeah.
What would you give that if you're rating?
I think I'm with you guys at 6.5.
Woo! 6.5.
But hey, my favorite part of the song was when everything, like the bottom end dropped out and you just had the synth
Yep.
and the vocals, man. Keep
I like
keep
that.
doing that.
And that's a good
caught my ear.
aspect. That if it weren't for like little things like that you add to the song, I think the song would be extremely mundane, and it would definitely get a 5 or a 5.5 for me. But like because of those little things that
Yeah,
I
bumps
say
it up a
add
little
more
bit.
stuff like that, just
Yeah.
small subtleties. Don't overdo it, but that's my personal opinion. But I think you have a great voice, Bob. You haven't given it a score yet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. 6.5 sounds about right.
6.5.
I just wanted to,
Good stuff.
hear a little more creativity, like you said.
Those of us,
A little more variation.
or those of you just joining us, this is all original musical platform we created during the pandemic. And I'm sharing to all my pages. I suggest you do the same. It's the more people will see us, the more people hear your music, and that's a good thing. So share. Who we got next there, Ethan?
Next up, we got. He says, "Hey, as you requested, here is No for an Answer, the latest single from the Will McBride Group. Almost 700 shows in 16 years, 4 album recordings, opening for notable bands such as Eddie Money, ZZ Top, Styx, Leon Russell, Aaron Neville, Delbert McClinton, Toad the Wet Sprocket, and Sixpence None the Richer. Cheers, regards."
Wait, read right before that. He says just like those.
No, he's
He's
open,
open
for
for
it.
bands.
Oh,
open
it's
for
like
bands.
that's a lot of different bands.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So here's No for an Answer by the Will McBride Group.
Promoters are the walking dead. One bite puts doubt in your head. In the deep south, beware when they open their mouth for immersion in a positive vibe. The best medicine I could prescribe, determination to build my own creation. Even though you might think so, I'm not taking no for an answer. Yeah, even though you might think so, I'm not taking no for an answer. So I've got an attitude, 'cause I've encountered resistance in everything that I pursued. If there's just one thing I've learned, we're tired of nothing. I know that all I'll get will be all I've earned. So even though you might think so, I'm not taking no for an answer. Yeah, even though you might think so, I'm not taking no for an answer, for an answer, for an answer.
No,
So cool.
no triangle solo. What the fuck, man?
You gotta have that. You gotta
Oh,
have that.
there was a few.
Well, the fact that you included a triangle in the first place already is pretty.
You guys
fucking
have a fucking triangle person,
Yeah.
guy or gal.
That is, dude,
Bougie.
straight up my alley. I love that. I love that stuff.
They're like, we can't start yet. Why? Sharon's not to practice. Ding, ding, ding. I agree, though. He said tone it down on the triangle, not the amount of it, just the intensity of
The
it.
volume is just a
Yeah.
little high.
It's too hot. I'd dial it back personally, like 40% or so. Just
Maybe cut
bring
that
it back a bit.
maybe cut a little bit off the very top of that
You
high
can.
range.
There is effects like.
the frequency or the EQ.
Absolutely, sorry to interrupt.
That's all good.
There is effects that you could throw on a triangle to make it kind of pierce through the shelf, which is what you want. You know, is that to come through so it's odd, like very audible, but not in your face.
Yeah.
And that just sounded like the band was like on stage, and you're like right by my fucking ear, like ding, ding,
That-
ding, 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 ding. Like Sharon's fucking killing it tonight.
Good. She's such
Super
a great performance.
Triangle solo.
Love it.
The triangle was popping.
There's a lot going on there, man. I will say this because I'll repeat it, and I'm gonna let somebody else take the floor after this so they can explain it better.
Right.
Because preferably Tanner, because he was killing it.
Yes.
I could definitively give this song a better score. I would definitively give this song a higher score without the vocals in it.
Without the vocals,
With
yeah.
zero vocals
All
in
right,
it, I would have gave
but-
this song a higher score. Not saying that's what I want.
The
I
groove.
don't want that. But the singer was. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on the vocals, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. Singer was off key a lot of times. It just wasn't carrying the intensity. It wasn't recorded in the track
There was
right.
no power in it.
Yeah,
It didn't
there's a
seem like-
lot going on. But I'm gonna
we
back
were
off after that.
mumbling,
Let
it
everybody else.
seemed like.
'Cause
I
we were
just-
all saying the same thing in different ways.
I think you just need to try harder, or get somebody who can sing with more power on
try
that.
harder. That took me a second.
I'm being honest.
Try harder.
I think
Use
what
your
needs to
diaphragm.
happen is just like a little bit more diction in the vocals, or like a mixing thing, or like I don't know, just the vocals need to be a little bit more up front, I think, and then I got a little bit of Cake vibes, like maybe you're trying to go for the Cake vibe type thing in the vocals, but I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, the whole band, and like if you're a vocalist. And also like a musician too, and you play in the band. I love everything about it, like the strat tone. I love a nice clean strat tone, man. The bass solo, no one does bass solos anymore. No. And the organ player, man, if you're listening to this, I want your number. I'm gonna hire you to play in my band.
For real, dude. Yeah, that dude is fucking nasty. We're just dashing the lead singer. We're trying to take his fucking his keyboardist. We're telling him he doesn't belong in the band. That's not what we're doing, obviously. But yeah, funny.
Well, then, dude, and that big hit on two, like when that funky guitar started, the big hit on two, bah!
It really
super
sealed me in too.
But then it was the vocals, like kind of, I was like, oh man, I was expecting.
You could rewind this back and see our faces when the vocals came in, and we were like, oh.
Well, I don't think the vocals were that bad.
No, it's
the
not.
The vocalists, not the
vocals.
vocalists.
Bad.
They just weren't in the track right. They weren't recorded right. Yeah, they just need work. They need work, and that's all it was.
It needs more power to match the intensity of the rest of the instrumental. I think
it's crazy because the instrumental was so good.
Yep.
And then we were expecting maybe we had our bar a little too high, but we were expecting equally matched vocals to go with it in production, and it just was not there.
And dude, I think he's a good vocalist. I think it just working with a producer would bring out more of that body that you're trying to project. Just.
You did say it kind of sounded like the dude from Cake. I can't remember the lead singer of Cake, but he does. He's got that kind of vibe to him. But even then, the definitiveness of the voice needs to be a little bit more clarity. I'm going to give this one a high score, anyways.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
All right, once again, me personally, I don't know. Maybe I said too soon. I actually love it when people just jam the fuck out. I love jam bands.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, dude, when you. I've heard all of you jam out like this, like just jumping in and out of a cipher. We have a place out here called the 445, which has actually happened a lot there, and we had bands like Funk Nasty and Under the Bus and Blue Street Band. Just people from these show up, and they just like, I'll grab a guitar and jump in, and they'll just start jamming, and it's my favorite fucking thing.
It's awesome.
You had like Will Weller out there, Sean Parker's playing two saxophones at the same time.
That is astounding.
It's a hotel lounge, so this one time we had this trio of horn players come down, and they were just drinking. They're like, what are we doing? Can we go get our horns? We're like, bro. Like, go grab them. And it was fucking incredible.
It was really cool.
So for me, I'm still going to give this thing a 7.5 just because I think it's fucking amazing. But if the vocals were fixed, dude, this is my type of shit, my guy.
Yep.
I just think 7.5 for now, but I like what you got going on, man.
Yeah. I'm not far off from him either. I'm going to bob this one off at an 8. 8.5, actually.
8.5.
Just the choice and the arrangement.
I'm not going to
the
argue.
structure of the entire song. I just think if it was the vocals were on par with that, it'd be a 9.5, and you're only like 1 point off with that. So with the vocals being as they are. So for me, that's an 8.5. This is very bopping.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Shane Phipps, thanks for your donation.
Yes.
Tanner, what would you give it? This is your type of shit too.
Yeah, dude, this is my genre with the Canadian Tuxedos band that I'm in right now. It's like exactly what we're trying to go for vibe-wise.
Groove and funk.
I think, man, I have to go with a 9 because
Nice.
the production was so cool. I think, the vocals, it was a little undersold on the vocals, but other than that, man, I just feel like it was there. And maybe, if we saw it live, it'd be different. Like, probably
absolutely.
I forget to mention that's like that we worked together in that aspect. I don't feel like we got our due with that, but we worked together in that aspect, and I've heard you guys jam out like that, and it's just like I said, it's by no means easy at all. It's actually the complete opposite. So maybe I'm being a little harsh with the 7.5, but man, that part where it dropped out and it came back, like, and it was just the guitar was still there and it built back up. That shit is like,
love it.
So super creative. Bob, what do you got?
Yeah, no, I was gonna give that one an 8. I just fix the vocals and you got a 9 easy.
Cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like their whole band was phenomenal, and I love that kind of shit. Like you're saying, jam band kind of shit.
Yeah.
I love watching that stuff live.
Organs. Actually, what's funny? He says you never get to hear organs and 70s vibes. We hear him a lot out here live.
We do.
Like,
there's a lot of
actually,
that
most of
kind
the
of music
keyboardists I know use an organ synth, like most of them, and they use them pretty
yeah.
heavily. Like, but it just depends on what you're doing. Like Will, I don't even think Will ever changes that. Will has always
got one
got
of
some
those
sort of
Hammond
organ synth or
B3s, doesn't
something.
he?
Yeah.
Will's the man.
Will is the fucking man, and he's like, he's just the coolest guy. Like, you'll be cool, you'll never be Will Weller in his private jet flying somewhere just to fucking, cause whatever, cool.
Go fly fishing in the mountains.
When I say flying, not flying in his private jet, flying his own private jet
Wow.
to do whatever the fuck he wants somewhere else while playing keyboard like this. Like, it's awesome. Like Stevie
Probably
Wonder.
what,
He's also a doctor.
And he's also a doctor.
Explains the jet.
Yeah.
And then we talked to him, he talks like that. So, oh, hey, man. Hey, yeah, cool. You're like, he always has sunglasses on. It's amazing.
Yeah,
All right,
even
let's go to our
if-
next track. Who we got?
All right,
Is it
next
Shane
up, you
Phipps?
got Shane Phipps with a
Nice.
track called Montana. A bit more country vibe on this one. Here we go.
I can hear the road again, sounding like a long lost friend, invited me to follow it tonight. So I saddle up my truck, and I'm gonna press my luck to try to reach Montana by first light. That girl is waiting there, steel blue eyes and chestnut hair. She pulls me to her with her siren song. She ain't no good for me. I should have stayed in Tennessee, but my resistance never was that strong. Montana, I can almost taste your fragrance on the wind. Montana, I know you're gonna break my heart again. My one and only love, the first thrill that I tasted of, has cost me more in pain than I can pay. I should have let it go, but her love still haunts me so, that when she hunts I still become her prey. When we met years ago, there ain't no way I could have known just how deep her claws were digging me. When I've tried to slip away, she clamps down and makes me stay, till I don't think I'll ever wriggle free. Montana's calling me again. I guess I'll drive out and pretend that there is still a chance, or maybe this is our last dance. Montana, I can almost taste your fragrance on the wind. Montana, I know you're gonna break my heart again. Montana, I can almost taste your fragrance on the wind. Montana, I know you're gonna break my heart again. Montana.
All right. Montana, Shane Phipps.
Not a bad jam. Good cruising song. I
I'm gonna
think,
break the ice
personally.
on this one. I didn't like it. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
It's not a knock against him personally, because Shane does make good music. We've heard it, and he's actually done very, very much better over the time that he's been watching the show and learning things. And I don't want to put it out there like that, but I just wasn't a fan of it. And I feel like there's no other way to put it out there. And here's the reason why. I didn't like the composition of it. I thought it was too twangy. The production of it wasn't quite there at all. I mean, I didn't even notice there was drums till like 3/4 of the way through it. And then the hi-hat ride was like literally just being completely overshadowed by the guitar. You could barely hear it. Maybe some people, if you're listening on your phone, like you might, like these are monitors. You might not hear it at all on your phone. But there's a lot of attenuation in the track due to same level frequencies clipping each other.
Yeah.
And then I felt like that's not Shane Phipps' voice. I felt like, and I'm being real about this, and don't take offense to this, Shane. You're a much better singer than that. I've heard it. And that was like almost like you were trying to sound like this country bumpkin or something. Like it's like Montana. Like I want to hear Shane sing on this one. You know what I mean? Like so I, you know, 'cause
Right.
I've heard he does. This guy's really cool because he does a lot of genres. He does pop, soft rock. He does just a bunch of different stuff, bluesy stuff. We heard one like newer kind of pop one that he put out that we were all like, whoa, holy shit. Yeah, this one's not for me, dog. As in the words of Randy, whatever his last
Right.
name is.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
it seemed like maybe he does his own mixing too, and just kind of getting into the
He is
mixing
he is.
thing.
And that's why I don't want him to take offense to this because I know I know he's just figuring it out.
From a guitar player perspective, I thought your guitar tone, maybe you're just doing like a DI in or something like that. But I thought the high end was overshadowing all the good meaty juicy mid range that
Yes.
that a acoustic guitar can give
Yes.
you. So just maybe think about taking some of the high end out. Also, like the 400 to 600 hertz range is usually not super good with guitar stuff. So maybe try to take that out. And the vocals, I thought
How did he pick that out?
was just the vocals in the chorus, especially where you have the harmony. You got like you're holding that Montana, and then you got the upper voice. I think it's not like you were out of tune, but there was a little bit of fluctuation in your voice, just kind of like natural vibrato or whatever, that it made it sound like it might have been out of tune. And a good production trick to get rid of that is maybe double those vocal harmonies, or even like maybe 4 tracks on the vocal harmonies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just try to play around with that. I know you're just kind of
That's actually
doing your own
really
thing.
good
so.
advice for him.
Yeah.
Say that one more time so he picks up on it again.
Yeah. So just double your vocals, man. Double your vocals, because then it's gonna take away some of that, especially your harmonies. Like, okay, be sparse with it on the main vocal, but always double your harmonies. Pan them hard left, hard right, and it's gonna get rid of some of that, that vibrato, that natural vibrato that your voice has. That maybe makes it a little bit, gives it more of a chorusy effect, out of tune-ish. But it wasn't out of tune.
It
just like
blends a little bit better too. Just kind of blends the track better.
Yeah,
I love that.
Just experiment with that, man. But yeah, I thought it was a good track. Other than those 2 things that kept popping out, and then of course the kick drum too.
Yeah,
was
the
really
kick-
coming through, and then the rest of the drums were undermixed.
When he was riding that hi-hat, I seriously could not barely hear the hi-hat over like the high-pitched guitar. And it was just kind of all blended together. And then other than that, all I couldn't hear any other drums except for one part where everything kind of like hit a gap, and he went doop, 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 and it was like really, really faint in the background.
Yeah.
And then all I could hear was that and the kick, just like doo, doo, and then this guitar just like over top of everything. And it was just kind of like, it's a rough listen. What would you give that?
I think as it is right now, I think that's a good 5.
A good 5. I am right there with you. A good 5 is what I was going to do as well. A good 5.
sure.
I mean that, with excitement and I always love Shane's stuff.
Yeah,
that he brings in.
totally.
So I want to hear. Sometimes he sends us tracks back that he redoes.
Oh, cool.
And it's pretty. It's kind of.
I would love to hear
really cool to see the progression.
Hear the follow-up track for this too, if he's
Indeed.
working on it. Oh, and then instrumentation, it could use a little bit more than just a guitar and bass too. Throw in some other mid-range stuff, or even other guitar parts. Yeah,
I say a shaker to that one. Just a little bit of a light
Percussion
shaker.
is always so good too. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
light
for
shaker.
those songs. Yeah, totally. I agree. I'm not too
Course.
far from you guys too. I'm probably 5.5 in that one. I just like it. I have no real bad qualms against it, other than the stuff that they said too. So.
Indeed. Bob.
I was outside, so I was listening to my phone, and traffic was kind of loud, so I couldn't hear it that great.
Could you hear? Let me ask you a question, because I actually had a question about this. Could you hear the hi-hat when it was riding? Could you hear it at all?
Not really, no.
Okay, so I said that too. I was like, because I could barely hear it, and we're on studio monitors, and that's a phone, and we're also on a digital equalizer.
Right.
So that's a phone, and I'm thinking like, and we try to keep it as level as possible. Like we don't mess with the frequencies too much over here, like as if we were mixing. We just keep it kind of as an even keel to where it sounds. We can hear the aspects of the elements that are going on. On a phone, I didn't think that's pretty faint. Anyway, sorry, Bob. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was actually gonna abstain from my vote on this one.
Okay.
'Cause I couldn't hear it well enough. I can't really judge it. So
That's fair, and I like that. Thank you, Bob.
And Eric, you have the best comments, man.
You really do. You really
love
do.
it.
Wicked technical opinions, loving it.
Yes. So Jared Skipper, listen, we played Dropping Bows on our last episode. I'm almost positive of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So
We did, 100%. I remember it. I think I have it right here. Hold on. It's not that one. It is Jared Skipper, Throwing Bows.
yeah,
It was the first one. It's the first one we did yesterday.
Now what I could
last week.
what I could do is I could maybe see if you sent any other songs in that we never got to.
Let's just get to the next one while we're doing that.
Yeah,
What
probably
we
got
got?
time for one more.
Tanner's got to go. It's been a pleasure, man. Thanks so much for joining us.
it was so fun.
We're
This is so
rebuilding our
cool. I love
audience.
this.
You guys, we really need some help rebuilding the audience. We had this show up to almost 100, peak viewers at certain times, live at the show. We want to do that, man. I don't feel, and here's the thing. I see these other review shows out there, all right? Less than impressed. Okay, look what you get.
not that great.
Look what you get here. You get cool aspects. You get phenomenal guest artists.
expert opinion from.
It's not
people who
just
know what the fuck they're talking about.
some bougie chick and some dude with his shirt off, just being like, yeah, I didn't like it. Next one, you should have to pay me double for this. That one, next one. We try to give you real opinions and actually give you a chance to bridge to other artists here. So if you like what we're doing, we ask kindly that you like the plug page if you haven't already, and share this with your audience, man. Whoever that may be, friends, family, whatever. The more people that see us, the better off we all are, and we don't want to get stale on you guys either. So let us know what you think we could do better. Send us DMs. We invite criticism. We love it.
Yes.
Ethan needs to be told, take it a step down or two. You just get, he's getting too big for his own britches. I don't believe that at all. Ethan actually is pretty amazing. He does all the shit.
There you're
Without
right.
any
Pretty much
show.
everything.
I want to play some
Actually angering myself
Technomancer,
for
guys.
putting
I
myself
really
in a
want to
position for
play
a
some
lord over me,
Technomancer,
you know what I mean?
but we just don't have any other songs from you. So send another one, and then we'll get to it. Totally. You can send it now. Just send it. Next up, before you head out, we got your track, Tanner.
Make like a
Oh,
baby.
this is a track
Make
from
like a baby and
five
head out.
years ago. So this
Really?
is
Nice.
like my first one I put
Sick.
out. So this is going to be brutal criticism. I'm
Let's
I'm
do
ready
it.
for it.
Let's do it.
Damn Those Eyes by Tanner Johns himself.
I see you staring from across the room. You chill your gaze upon me like a late December moon. Whisper in my ear everything that I wanna hear. Under the makeup you wear and the color of your hair, I know you're more than you appear. The touch of your fingertips, the taste of your scarlet lips. Oh, there's just one thing that I can't resist. Whoa, damn those eyes, the way they sink into my soul. Every part of my body wants me to let you know. You got me hypnotized, with nowhere to go. Your spell on me is no remedy. Whoa, damn those eyes. Whoa, damn those eyes. I didn't see you coming, and I don't wanna see you go. You got all my defenses at an all-time low. The way you look at me so mysteriously, it makes me wanna believe I'm the only one you see, you're the only one for me. I can't resist your gravity. The touch of your fingertips, the taste of your scarlet lips. There's just one thing that I can't resist. Whoa, damn those eyes, the way they sink into my soul. Every part of my body wants me to let you know. You got me hypnotized, with nowhere to go. Your spell on me is no remedy. Whoa, damn those eyes.
is new to me, don't care about the scrutiny. Your beauty gets up to me and your love sinks into me like a knife. Whoa, damn those eyes, which sink into my soul. Every part of my body wants me to let you know. You got me hypnotized with nowhere to go. You stun me as no remedy. Whoa, damn those eyes. Whoa, damn those eyes. Oh, damn those
Well, that is Tanner Johns.
That was 5 years
Blues Street
ago?
Band and Tanner
5
Johns.
years ago.
Dude,
Yeah.
5 years ago.
harsh criticism my ass. I mean, other than
yeah,
that
I mean, I
the
don't
fog
think-
that you were talking about, I think this
I
song
agree.
is
So
awesome.
repeat what you just said you would change if you could do it again. Like, it's one of the things you said.
Well, this was like my first song I ever put out, so like, you know, we did no budget for this, right? So it was literally just favors and friends helping me out with it. And I feel like if you put the money into it, you'll get a better product, a better production. So I feel like even though we were really happy with it at the time, like comparing it to everything else I hear on the radio, I would change the production aspect of it too. Just take the cotton out of the ears a little bit. You know what I
I
mean?
like that's what you said too. Because it has so much going on, and there's so many frequencies, you know. And,
Yeah,
that, and it's
lots.
I first of all, I love that. I don't know if I've heard that live or not.
I know I
but
have,
it does
sure.
sound
I don't think
vaguely
I have.
familiar. That's why I'm thinking like, but it'd be hard to have all those. Obviously, it wouldn't be the aspect that was in that
Sure,
track.
right.
Because I don't think I've ever seen you play with horns other than just like pick up and. At
Oh,
like, at
yeah,
like one of our
catch a
jams.
show, man. I just added a trumpet player. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, I need to. I need to catch back up. So if I'm saying anything, I'm saying the exact same thing you're saying, which is just a little bit of that fuzz out of the ears. You know what I mean? Because it's just a lot going on. But really love just the atmospheric and feeling that this song has to it. The part where you go right into the bridge and then into the chorus, like it's awesome. Like
Thanks,
you feel
man.
it. It's so much energy to it.
Thanks.
And when you were talking about vocals and layering, that's how it's done. That's
Right.
how it's done right there. I'm gonna give this song a score. You want me to give it a score? I'll give it a score. I'm gonna give it a 7.5, but a solid 7.5. And if it had more clarity to it, I think it could be an 8.5.
Sweet.
That's a really, really cool song.
Thanks, man.
No problem, man. And I don't mean much coming from me, but
It does.
it's just my personal opinion of. But I would jam that.
God damn.
What are you doing, bro?
Well, that's
Dude,
gonna be
he
fun.
said-
Is that the next song?
That's gonna be
Yeah,
the next.
that's gonna be the
song.
next song.
Oh,
All right, let's
I gotta
fucking.
hang around for this one. And then
Anybody
then I
else?
gotta make
Anybody
this
else want to score Taylor's song here?
Yep. So man, I really dug it. There's not a lot that I can say that was terrible. When I heard that chorus come in, that really set the stage for me. I'm like, damn, dude, this is a really fucking unique song. It's got a lot more power and energy in it than I was expecting right off the get-go. You had something, you promised it to us, and you delivered with it.
Yeah.
I think that the only issue for sure would maybe be that fuzziness that is over with the mixing. But even with that on there, I can chalk that up just to low res, and it's still pretty fucking good.
Love the guitar work, man.
Great guitar
Thanks.
work, great instrumentation. I don't fucking know.
Instrumentation.
Instrumentation. Great arrangement, great songwriting abilities, Tanner. I think you're fucking fantastic, man.
Thanks, man. I hope I'm better since the 5 years.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
saying,
I bet.
Gotten a
probably
little
improved
bit
much.
better.
Dude, I totally bet. There's no doubt about that in my mind. So that's another thing. 5 years ago, that's where you're at. God only knows where you're going to be in the next 5. So Bob, this one off at a solid 8.5 for me.
8.5. Nice, nice.
Thanks,
Bob, what
guys.
about you?
You guys are too nice.
Well, I've heard this. I actually have the CD from your CD release show. I came and picked that up. So I've heard this song actually quite a bunch. So I'm not gonna rate it so much as say I've listened to it in my car a bunch, and it passes the car test. So that's good
There you
enough for
go.
me.
See?
Thanks, bro.
Hell yeah. Well, Tanner Johns, ladies and gentlemen, give a plug. Where do they find your music?
You said he's gonna stick around for one more.
Oh yeah,
think?
I wanna check out this.
Oh, the next one? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm a metalhead at heart,
Cool,
so
cool, cool.
I gotta.
All right,
you know,
let's
I wanna
bounce
check
into
So
it.
this
yeah,
out.
this one's Technomancer. He said in the other one with a track called Hexadecimal. Sure, dude. Technomancer, my
Sweet,
God.
dude.
Hell yeah.
That was
You the man.
fantastic.
That was awesome.
For real. That was a solo project. My God, man. You got a lot of talent. You need a vocalist.
I really want to hear vocals on that.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
dude.
shit, I want to hear.
You could do with or without.
I
Doesn't
think the
really
last
matter.
one we heard by him was fine without the vocals. 'Cause it was more of like animals as leaders kind of vibe to it.
It was instrumental
very
oriented,
instrumental
as it
and,
was, yeah.
guitar technical. This one was just like a good fucking metal song.
Eric, I'm going to buy
those
your fucking
blast beats,
album.
dude.
Oh,
those
dude.
blast beats are sick.
Yes, dude.
Eric, hit me up. Tanner Johns Music. You find me on Facebook, man. I want to hear some more of your stuff. all right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm buying your album. I'm going to your Bandcamp. I'm buying that shit ASAP, dude.
I loved all the syncopation, dude. That like high strings thing, like filled out the whole frequency range. Super cool. It gave me like Jeff Loomis vibes. I don't know, like most people. I don't know. It's like he's a kind of a guitar player. But if you don't know who Jeff Loomis is, man, check him out.
Jeff Loomis
plays with the band Nevermore, but he's got very similar stuff, a little bit more shreddy. Yeah, I really dug the instrumental stuff. I think one thing, like especially the only kind of hook that I heard coming through is that like Eastern scale that you're using. I'm not sure. No, it wasn't quite harmonic minor, but
was it Dorian?
I don't know. It's some form, but yeah, super cool, man. I was really dug it. Anyway, I think that's the only thing I would say is that great song, great vibe, great mixing, great everything. It just lacked that hook that I was looking for. You know, it didn't have quite a singable, memorable hook.
Yes.
Yeah,
I totally agree, man.
I agree as well.
Leitmotiv.
I agree as well. I think that was a really full-bodied track, and it was just fucking badass. The energy in that track exudes. It makes you want to makes you want to do drop kicks and like fucking
Go to
backflips.
Murphy's and just drop a kick or two.
It's just really hyper energetic, and I love that shit.
Harmonic minor and melodic minor. Nice,
Yeah, double
bro.
har-
That's sweet.
Okay.
You just pick a seventh. No, I'm just kidding. Music chill.
What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? Right now.
Who you talking to?
You.
Me? Oh, dude, 9.
9.
Boom. Throwing it up there. Boom. Loved it.
I honestly was gonna give it a 9 myself.
Right, I'm at an 8.5, man. I want to hear I want to hear vocals on that.
Yeah.
And I just think I'm buying your album. That's all I'm gonna say, dude.
Badass,
I'm
bro.
buying your album.
sweet.
Yeah.
Super good track, and
Let me get on the
fucking
track.
dope. Just dope fire. Bob, what do you got?
Yeah, man. With vocals, easily a 9.5, but 8.5ff for me. I really want to hear some vocals on that. And I know
I feel like you guys
it's just a solo
docking
project.
scores for him not
That's
having
not docking.
I think
extra
it's-
parts to his song.
I think it's just
No,
a
I'm
lack of like something memorable going on with it. It's got
Yeah.
everything going except for like that.
The
hook.
vocal, adding vocals will be the
give
thing
you
that
that hook, yeah,
separates
you know.
this song from every other gent and metal song in your mind. I think that there's what is lacking from
samples.
this
What about
is a
samples?
level of well, I mean, shit. I guess I don't know. I mean, it depends on how it works. I just think that vocals are one thing that's just holding you away from being separated from the group and identified as your own individual, iconic, monolith that you are.
Yes.
Monolith.
Yeah.
like that.
We are not a
Good
monolith.
word.
We are not a monolith.
So you do have to go, don't you?
I do. I got a peace out, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tanner Johns from Blue Street Band and Tanner Johns
And the Canadian Tuxedos.
Tuxedos. You can
So much.
Bob, just get I'll have some.
Thank you.
This is a lot of fun.
Find me on Tanner Johns Music, Instagram, Facebook, website, whatever. You guys are awesome. Thanks for letting
Cheers,
me.
man.
brother.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah,
We
good luck, man.
appreciate
You're
it. The
definitely-
show,
Get you on again for sure.
the show's going to continue. We are hopeful to have this wonderful guest back soon. I mean, the guy is is it not impressive how much he knows about music?
It really
You
is.
could just hear things and pick it out. And I was worried that he would pick up on my bullshit a little bit and be like, Paul, why are you acting like you know what you're talking about?
Oh, dude, I felt
Everybody
intimidated the
knows.
entire time.
Hold on there, Bob. Let me go ahead.
I'm so glad he's gone.
You think
I
you're
don't have
special or
that-
something?
I got all that
Guy,
stress
bro.
on my back.
All right.
You got those
That's
chairs
good as-
going on here, man.
It's good as apple pie right here. Let's keep going. Who we got
Slow
next?
down, man. I'm working on it here, buddy. So next up, we got, Abijah, songwriter Ethan Johnson with a track called Global Wilderness.
Abijah?
Huh?
How do you spell that?
Abijah.
exactly how it sounds.
Yeah, something like that.
And what's the name of the song?
Ugh, you didn't give me access. All right, well, never mind.
Can't do it. Okay. Gotta give access, man.
If you're gonna send it in the drive, you gotta give it access. Next up after that, and damn, all right. Prince Akeem, Throw It is the track. This is my new summertime jam called Throw It. Something to make the ladies dance and the men to love what they see the ladies doing to this song.
I like the name Prince Akeem.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Let's check it out. What's the name of the song?
Throw It, but it says Cardi B on it. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Play it for a second.
Your Grace, you have,
I only ask Cardi B.
He doesn't? All right.
No, Cardi B
Grace,
sounds much more
you have
mentally
given us
challenged.
the gutter. Now perhaps you
Yeah,
can
some
give us
British
something
lady.
to dance to.
Okay.
This is like Coming to America spoof. Prince Akeem.
Ain't never seen nothing like you, I'm livid. Ass so fat with a waist so bitty. Wouldn't be surprised if your ass in the Guinness. Man, the most fool like Winnie. Tell me if you get it. Baby, let me grab it and stab it. Yes, magic like a gift, can I have it? You a bad bitch with a hat, can you flash me? Ooh, you nasty, give me high like a had it. She can make that ass and make it great. Place the face right between the base. Amazing ways that make the fakes just hate. Grace the place when yours go rotate. You don't need these niggas, but you see me with them. Even love flat booties like a TV, nigga. You beat them hoes up like BB, nigga. Been over, head down, go knee deep in her. Round and go. In circles as she throw. Can't contain myself, might need some help if she throw it on the floor. Now when the little booty move, you can see the whole thing. When she bust it wide open, you can see the monkey hand, girl. You can get it too. You ain't your hoe. Me and my crew is on go. Who want to smoke? Shit, girl, I'm all about the beef. All I need is grill for the meat. Make a nigga weak. I'm talking like I'm Insta V. Suck it to my knees, go sheesh. Baby girl, blow it. I'ma gon' snap like pours. Anything I do, I'm report. Baby girl, you know it. If you got a ass, gon' show it. Baby, stop playing, just throw it, throw it. Hot girl, something made the hoes all throw it. TikTok grown from that ass she showing. Came for a bag and the niggas all know it. Got a lot of booty and the bitch gon' throw it. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, bad. Even little booty try to throw the shit back. Hands on the knees, she'll throw it like a pass. Skinny, slim, thick, you can still get smashed. Hot girl, something made the hoes all throw it. TikTok grown from that ass she showing. Came for a bag and the niggas all know it. Got a lot of booty and the bitch gon' throw it. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, bad. Even little booty try to throw the shit back. Hands on the knees, she'll throw it like a pass. Skinny, slim, thick, you can still get smashed.
Pretty stomach, hips, waist, coat, bottom number 8, down, long, pretty face, ass, titties, perfect shape. Pretty stomach, hips, waist, coat, bottom number 8, down, long, pretty face, ass, titties, perfect shape.
Baby, tell me if you really finna it. If you feeling it, we can go ahead and just get it in. And you ain't gotta see your friend what we doing. If you keep it on the hush, we can do it all then again. Ever since the day we met, shout out should be jockin' till we make that bet. To do us, keep it on the hush. That's what's up. I walked over to her slowly, like I know you don't know me. But people call me Prince King, you can call me Kobe. She said, won't you pull me a little bit of what you pull with? And we can discuss whatever you trust. A good time you can show me. Baby, what's your bitch? She said this. I said shit. A friend said bitch. She was just mad. Yeah, she look good, but it had no ass. It don't matter, baby girl, you can get it. Swing the thing around, let me see you get lit. Get them hoes get high when you tell the ass down with the hands on the knees and the girl start throwing. Go best friend, go best friend. Let me see that ass shake to the west end. You gon' make me check in to the west end. Bust out the jean gray like a S-man. You the goat in the post, baby girl, and you know. Well, you ain't care to play, but you feelin' like Joe. You got it from your mama, then you move like the O. She model from making me, it don't matter, just go. Hot girl, something made the hoes all throw it. TikTok grown from that ass she showing. Came for a bag and the niggas all know it. Got a lot of booty and the bitch gon' throw it. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, bad. Even little booty try to throw the shit back. Hands on the knees, she'll throw it like a pass. Skinny, slim, thick, you can still get smashed. Hot girl, something made the hoes all throw it. TikTok grown from that ass she showing. Came for a bag and the niggas all know it. Got a lot of booty and the bitch gon' throw it. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, bad. Even little booty try to throw the shit back. Hands on the knees, she'll throw it like a pass. Skinny, slim, thick, you can still get smashed.
All right, so it's Prince Akeem, Throw It. That's pretty cool. Here's if I'm going to say for standout, this guy's got bars. He's got some serious fucking bars when I can hear them. And I couldn't hear a lot of them because the track was structured in such a way to where the bass is so heavy, and his voice when he's like lower in that and pitch.
He was kind of like whispering at that one point.
Well, yeah, at one point he was whispering, and then you got to enunciate just a little bit better, bro. Like, it's my personal opinion. At some points you're spot on. Like the fucking chorus was spot on. You know, like I still would bring up the vocals a little bit, but his voice went from like sometimes he's going and then other times like and then when he's going low, the bass is like encompassing his voice. I can't hear what he's saying. And that one part where he started going really fast, it sounded like a slurred together string of words. It didn't sound like I couldn't understand what he was saying in between them. It just sounded like a big packed full version of of words. And I to be real though, the song is fucking dope.
Yeah, the beat's cool.
The fucking samples. This guy's got serious fucking bars. Some of the stuff I was picking out, it was just, I can't even remember. Some of them were so clever. What the fuck? What did he say? It was I don't remember what he said. But to be real with you, it was dope. I remember hearing it being like, woo, shit. But yeah, that's the thing is I was trying so hard to pay attention to other aspects of the song that I forgot the parts that I liked.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm still going to give it a decent score. I'm still going to give it a 7.
Nice.
Because I feel like it's a really well put together song. And if I could hear his voice, dude, that could go to a 9. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's got some talent, for sure.
Definitely. And I just, like, when he was singing, like, kind of quietly, and he had a bunch of, like, I don't know, like backing vocals that were kind of like
yeah. Everything was too blended.
Yeah, it kind of muddied it up.
Everything was too blended. Your voice is blending too much with the track. You got to get it to stand out in one way or another.
Boost the vocals a bit, and
especially when you're so. I'm sorry to interrupt, Bob, but especially when you're so lyrical that like you're using all these metaphors, and you want people to be able to hear those clear as fucking day. That's what you want. So it doesn't mean crank your vocals up. You gotta crispen up your vocals. You know, like you gotta make them crispy so that people can sharp, so people can hear them, so they're coming through the track. And that wasn't there. It was just a lot of soft smoothness, which the track was kind of soft and smooth. And other than that 808,
right?
You know, so I don't know. That's my personal opinion. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but I just wanted to say what you were. I wanted to reiterate what you were saying. You were saying the words were muddled together. The song, the track was muddled together a little bit.
Yeah, and
blended.
All I was gonna ask is like, I was gonna give that a 7. So if you just let me finish,
Bob, if I let you finish, I have to listen to you talk. That's what I'm interested in.
I was literally about to say I'm still gonna give that a 7, and then you're like, well, hold on.
I just wanted to say that you're right. The vocals and the track were a little
but
too
if you would
blended.
have waited like 3 extra seconds,
How do I know that, Bob?
Talk over me.
How do I? What am I, a mind reader? What am I, a science computer? I'm just over here just thinking things and doing stuff. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ethan, what do you think? Did you hear?
Dude, just from what I heard in general, which was a large chunk of it, this song is definitely what you said it was, a banger in the clubs and something that people can really have fun to. Your lyricism and your ability to hit those fucking spots was tight. And
Father
I think
mockers.
Father mocker. I think it was, hey, Josiah was bopping, dude.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I think that this is something I could definitely play in the club. 7.5 on my end.
7.5 from either. I mean, I'm on this tip with it, dude. Like, I would like to hear more from this guy, but I would also like, once again, if you're that lyrical, make sure I can hear what you're saying. The audience, not me. The audience. And that way, they can hear that hot. They can hear you spitting hot fire.
Spit hot fire.
All right, who we got next?
All right, next up we got Jacob Hears. I think that's how you say it. Jacob Hires, one of the two. Track is called Promise You. Well, I mean, that was definitely interesting.
How it clings. So folks get butter sauce and crisp niblets corn on the same fork. Just put the cooking pouch in.
Were we picking up a radio station, or is that
no,
part of the track?
that was part of the track. We had, what, a radio station in 1947?
I don't fucking know.
It's like, you just put butter on it. It's good to go. Was that a commercial for corn? How old does a commercial have to be like advertising corn? The newest vegetable.
Try corn.
Jesus, you all right?
Yeah. So that was Jacob Heyer, Promise You. I'm going to be brutal on this one. I don't know if he made the beat. I'm going to assume not. It didn't sound like it. And here's the thing. I can pick it out when the vocals, if you didn't make the beat or if you just download.
I think he did.
Maybe he did, but then why are the vocals so recorded so much worse?
Well, I think he added the auto-tune to have that effect, and that was Cream Corn from 1940. Hilarious.
Cream corn.
With the auto-tune
Turn your
and
cream
flattening
corn.
it, I think it was all part of the effect, all part of the effects that he put in there to make it have that
I like the ending of it,
style.
actually. I like that style, too. Here's my problem with it, Jacob. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I don't think you don't have talent. You have a very, very good voice. I can hear it. It's there. And my problem with it is that I couldn't hear it. It was drowned out massively. But also the auto-tune, Bob literally said, he's using so much auto-tune that he sounds like he's using a talk box.
That's the point.
It's not the point of auto-tune.
That's the point why you did it, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but still, once again, there's better ways to get those effects than just overexposing and overcooking something to the point to where it's distorted. There's distortion effects these days.
Yeah,
you don't
well,
have
you
to.
can't
You don't
afford it.
have to do it old school and just be like, yeah, here's the way to do this. Let's crank this auto tune or crank this reverb or crank something to get that effect. Now they have effects that do that for you, and I'm just saying it's a lot cleaner when you do it that way. All I could hear was I don't wanna be, and I think he says like this, but that's all I could hear. But other than that, it just sounded like a decent track, like beat. If you did make it, kudos. I mean, if you did make the track, kudos.
You did.
If not, I mean, it's not going to really reflect my score much. I give this one a 5. And the reason being is because nothing about it stood out to me. I didn't really hear anything that creative in it, except for the ending, which I thought was kind of cool. But it just wasn't a well-produced track to me. It needs a lot of work. And maybe you're just starting. So once again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, everybody. I feel bad. Why am I feeling bad? I used to get bad, because I don't feel like it's a bad review. I feel like it's a good review, and the song's got promise, but I just, I didn't used to feel that way. What is happening? Am I getting a heart? Do you guys remember feelings? You remember those, right?
Feelings?
I think I'm getting some of those again.
Are you telling me you don't have feelings?
Like when you touch something and it's hot?
Bob.
You just need to watch the
Yes.
fucking show.
Right.
God dang it. How are we supposed to have these references, man? There's 3 characters there.
Start doing your homework, Bob.
You give him a 5. Look, I'm not that far off from that score, but I can tell you that I understand what you were doing. I dig it. It was lush, the beat, I mean, and your vocals blended well with how you had it. I think it was a little loud, a little clippy. Maybe try to, soften up
Yeah,
the
just so
edges
everybody
on
knows, we
that.
were hearing those things too.
I didn't hear any pops or anything.
I didn't hear any pops, but I heard some overexposure and some clipping in the track.
I think, maybe just turn the gain down or try to soften those rough edges. Overall, man, you're going somewhere with something there, and I dig it. Bob, that's one off at a 6. Excuse me.
6 from Ethan?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, nothing really held my attention too well on that one. Like, it was just kind of like background music. But it sounded decent. Just the auto-tune just killing me, man. But
yeah,
I'll give that one a 5.5.
5.5. I mean, in all too, it's not a bad track at all. I think it's cool. It's very vibey.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that old indie stuff like the Postal Service and Hello Goodbye. No, I like that. And maybe even take it more. But I don't see. What's funny is I don't really hear that in the track other than that one point. I don't hear anything like vintage in the track. It just sounded like an airy pop song. Kind of like that you were like,
Right.
It almost sounded like the whole song was a shell for a different song. Like the I don't wanna be. It sounded like somebody should be rapping over it or something. You know what I mean?
I can see what you mean.
Like that was the chorus because that's all I really could hear, and I didn't pick out anything in particular that was standing out to me.
Well, and it seems like the melody of the verse, was not that far, wasn't that different from the chorus, and so
Yeah.
really it all kind of just blurs together at that point. Once you have to have some change up for sure.
But I'd also like to hear your voice more, man. I think anybody that's heard you sing before, especially like in a live setting, would probably like to hear that too in your tracks. Is let some of that vocal resonance come out a little bit more, and so people can hear it. A lot of the times when we're using these effects, we forget it cuts out those. You ever just recorded like a vocal track of any type? Just you could be talking or whatever, and you clip. You're not paying attention where you clip because you're trying to get it done quick,
Right.
and you clip like just the end of something. Like you're like, oh, R, and you can see the frequency like this, and you just clip just a little too much, and then it comes out like R.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, he's saying R, but there's no resonance there. There's no like R,
yeah. And the low end was out of the voice.
And I
too,
feel like that was,
yeah.
I feel like that was kind of missing from this in a sense where the auto tune was just grabbing it and getting rid of it, almost like throwing it out. Out there more, you got a good voice.
Presence in the voice, you do.
Yeah,
Like
you got
to
a
hear
good
it.
voice. Let's hear it.
Right on, right on. All right, on to the next one. We get
doing a great job, buddy.
Bruce Laronde with the track
Bruce
called
Laronde.
Yeah, Laronde with a track called "Nights I Like." Certain nights that I don't like, and certain nights that I do like.
And this is one of them.
This is one of them.
All right.
All right.
Hey, turn me out, Guru. No, I know I said I don't usually, but you like to dance, right? Come on.
So leave it on the floor.
Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that?
Tell me what's more appeasing.
Baby, don't lie.
Like say you wanted more.
Why you do me like, come on.
Let's take the night away. Go ride the bass, let your own make a song to sell your soul away. A fantasy already paid. Let's live the night and sleep the day. We shine so bright. Who needs today? I think she like better than do like. Late night with the crew, brought my dancing shoes. It's our vibes and moves. This is how we do. Whole team paid, stay straight. Bank safe, keep me safe. Long we keep review. This is how we do. Baby, don't stop, come on. Baby, don't stop the groove. I've been waiting all night. Just to vibe. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop the groove. I've been waiting all night. Just to think I'm nice, Alexa.
She gotta take me to the top, take me to the
Say
top.
your name, she'll shut it down.
Shut it down for me, shut it down for me.
I would say something for breakfast, but I'd rather have you now.
I'm so selfish.
You make the call, I make the move. No pressure, babe, it's up to you. I came to take a weight off of you. You need a drink, I brought you two. You heard the song, no need to stop. When Bruce is back, get off the wall. I think she like me better than you. Late night with the crew, brought my dancing shoes. It's our vibes and moves. This is how we do. Whole team paid, stay straight. Bank safe, keep me safe. Long we keep review. This is how we do. Baby, don't stop, come on. Baby, don't stop the groove. I've been waiting all night. Just to vibe. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop the groove. I've been waiting all night. Just to vibe.
Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop.
Nights I like.
Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop. Baby, don't stop.
Nights I like.
Let's take the night away. Go ride the bass. Let your own make a song to sell your soul away. A fantasy already paid.
I fucking like that track a lot, my guy.
That is a very clean song.
The bass was heavy enough to get those 808s. Me personally, I like a little less bass, like not too thumpy. But that one will rattle the fuck out of a trunk, or just some really big 18s or something you have in a club.
Yeah.
I really like that, man. That was Nights I Like, Bruce LeBron. Cool stuff,
Dude, really fucking
That
good.
was vibey as
I could hear
shit.
that on the
I would
radio,
play
and I'd be
that
like,
at-
this is
I would
good.
play that at Cheers.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, there's nothing, Josiah, we do have.
Did he say
have to check for your
masturbate?
track. I don't know.
Did he say masturbate? Listen, I'm going to give this one a score right off the bat. I think this is a
Taylor
8
McCarty, Bruno
all
Mars
day.
vibes.
I did
8.
it 8 all day. The only thing I would change about this track is just the production a little bit better. The vocals are good. I would add some more. I love all the little ends in there that he's got in there, though. You know what? I'm sorry, I don't want to get another change, but I'm going to change it if you allow.
Dude, I am anti
Against
change.
it? All right, but just don't think
anyway.
this is going to mean that I'm going to show you any
Well,
leniency in the future.
I'm going to do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
If I was going to change it, though, I would change it to an 8.5.
All right.
I just like it. I liked it a lot. And I
Yeah,
felt
it's
like
good.
what I really liked a lot, it made my eardrums like just happy, was that lower backing vocals and how they were just like clipped.
Yes.
It was like stuck to the vocals. And I love that.
Absolutely.
It made it seem like, what do we say, like you're putting the vocals in bold.
Yeah.
It just had this guy in the background like, that's nights I like.
It has major fullness.
That's
That's how you get density.
And
in
he
your
didn't go
vocals.
too far down. It wasn't like he went like bass with it.
No, it's
He
just
was
one octave.
Yeah.
Boom.
and
That's all it takes.
And it just gave it a bigger feel to it.
Absolutely, and that's like Tanner was saying, which we all talk about all the time, is layering your vocals, adding those
Yes,
backing
Taylor.
vocals, but
Bruno
also
Mars
layering with
wise, for sure.
harmonies and octave changes as well. I am right there with you. I think this song is bopping. I had a whole thing I was going to say, but I forgot what it was. I can guarantee you this much though, dude. Good job, great song, bopping this one off.
Good
at a
job.
Motherfucking
8.
8. Nice. That was what I.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
rhythmic, the rhythm of the vocals, man, in certain places. The way, not even with just the main vocals, but with the backing vocals, dude. The callbacks, you had a rhythm that was just it added so much energy. It was.
I agree.
There's a lot of topography to that, and I just really dug it. So because of that, I'm using my change. I'm gonna bop this one up to an 8.5.
I think you already used your change.
I never did. I never
Well,
did.
if I was going to change something, it would be that you had used your change.
I mean,
Think about that.
that's crazy, man.
Think about it.
Now who's the
mad,
dick?
man.
This guy. Bob, what do you got?
Yeah, no, it's a really good song. Like I said, I'd play that at the club.
I mean, maybe we should tonight.
Yeah, why
cheers
not?
tonight.
Dude, I'm down. If he's okay with it, I mean,
Is he in here?
what are the, fucking Bruce, if you're in here, shout
Bruce,
us out real quick.
Bruce,
But also, I
Bruce.
wonder what the rules are. If he gives us permission to play it on our radio show, I mean, we get permission
Who
to
the
play
fuck's
it
going to say
anywhere.
anything we play it in the club
I know,
anyways?
I know.
Yeah, right.
The way I
That's
see it is we're
true.
being courteous. Bruce sent us that song, and we're being courteous for asking, of course, like we always would. We wouldn't. And if somebody said, do not play our music, we most definitely not. And we
Right.
always ask first. But at a certain point, like,
gotta
you know,
get-
I mean, is Bruce going to hear about us playing? I mean, that's we're doing him a favor. I mean, I don't know. You know,
Consent is
we
a
invite
loose
you
word
to
when it comes
Thanksgiving. You know, we're going to take a little leftover play with us.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I want to maybe have some for a little later. Maybe give some to the.
Maybe have some a little later, a little gravy, and maybe a little mash.
A little bit of mash.
My favorite TV show. Bob, what do you get?
Favorite TV.
Oh, this is
It's
a
not.
score. I'll give it a 8.
I've never even seen it. 8. Never even seen MASH. You know,
Dude,
Bob, you're such
the
a-
Korean War is the war that everybody just doesn't really remember or care
Get it?
about.
You're a
It's
dude.
mashed in with the Vietnam War. There's literally.
What does MASH
5
stand
years.
for?
The medical or mobile. The medical ambulance. Stop.
Not ambulance.
Stop harassing me.
That's what it
it.
is.
That's it.
Congratulations. You got it. You nailed
Mobile
it. I
ambulance,
tried to throw
stop
you off by
harassing
telling
me.
you that's what it is. Great job.
Thank you.
We have one more song of the night, don't we?
We do. Josiah
last song.
Coronado, you are a good friend of mine.
Hey.
And I just won't let you. Oh, God, no, we can't because this is not fair.
Why?
This is not fair.
Well, then don't do it. But we have one more song we can do.
We
so.
do. Okay, Alan Ward. Josiah, we're going to get to you next episode. Because
First one next
Alan's
episode.
been here all freaking show.
Yeah, and Josiah just got here.
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. It's been a long time since we heard some slow drip DMT. The track is called HAI. It's just
High?
but it's a
Hi.
there's a
Hi.
dash in between the H and the AI. So I ritual, the I ritual.
HAI.
Yeah, the I ritual by Slow Drip DMT. I'm so fucking pumped for
Wait,
this.
Alan
fucking
Ward.
song.
This is Alan Ward's.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, gotcha. All right,
Slow
let's do it.
drip, dimethyltryptamine. You can always tell when I'm fucking buying time. Here we go. That shit is cinematic as fuck,
that was
my
a
dude.
trip.
I feel like we were in Blade Runner, and where they were doing the Tears in the Rain part. You're like a modern day fucking what's his name, Hans.
Gruber?
Hans Gruber. No, that's
God, I
Die
can't remember
Hard.
his name. Hans Z. Zimmerman or something like that. I can't remember. Zenger. Well, I can't remember right now. But the guy who made the Blade Runner soundtrack, I thought you did a really good job on that. That shit was epic as fuck. I'm bopping this one off at a 7.5. 8.
7.8?
8.
I'm gonna give you 7.8. That's what you said. So I'm gonna give you that.
Hans Zimmer. That's what it
Hans
is.
Zimmer.
And I mean
I
it.
don't know, man. I'm not gonna rate it. And the reason being is because it's cool. I just don't know how to rate that.
Did you get?
I don't even
taken
know what goes
somewhere?
into that. I don't know how much work he put into it. At a glance, it seems like, just a lot of atmospheric sounds just melding together, which is kind of cool. But I don't really have a scale for that. It's just kind of like, I mean, is it hard to do that? I have no idea. Is that good? I don't listen to music like that a lot. Nor have I heard a lot of music like that. There was like footsteps in the sewer steps, like little baby feet running through a sewer at one
It
point.
was the alleyway of a dystopian metropolis, man. Some
Is that what it
child
was?
Is trying to survive.
Some
in
child
the
is trying to
year
survive.
2162 while there's fucking
Intergalactic sex machines running around
intergalactic fuck
rampant.
machines.
Running around rampant. We should know because we're in one right now.
And Eric, I also agree. The vocals were a little distracting, Human AI integration ritual. Okay, that's dope as fuck. That's what it's called. That's awesome.
It doesn't make a difference in my score.
Dude, that's what Elon Musk is trying to do. He's trying to get the
I mean,
Illuminati
because
in
I
our
just,
brains
is that what it's for?
with the
Is
Neuralink.
it for specifically a scene in some sort of thing where?
Could be.
I mean, if it is, then that's not really music. That's just more like a cinematic
Music.
sample.
No.
Either way,
Like
it's
what they
cool.
do in like the ominous noises they do in fucking, the
Right. Well, I
weird
mean,
music in the background.
what if I was
that's
showing
the
you a
case,
house?
shit, yeah,
You're
sure.
buying a house and you're looking at this open house, and then you walk in, all the lights are off, and I'm
And this
playing
song's
this song.
playing. Yeah,
And
I'm
like,
walking out of that house
welcome.
because I'm afraid I'm gonna get raped while having to hold glow sticks.
I'm
in
like,
the hand.
before you can actually view this house, you're going to have to accept the Neuralink chip and really view this house.
Yeah, they're like, here, how is that water you drank? Because it's actually DMT.
And you're like, why would
Like,
you do that? Ah! Yeah.
I could see that. I don't know. I wouldn't fancy a situation like that.
Well, I mean, you don't know until you try it.
It was so close to a banger, man. I'll tell you. What about what? You guys have a different definition of the word banger, okay? Because banger is that usually something I would say is something you could dance to or that gives you like really musical vibes. This was more of just an atmospheric vibe to me. I didn't really.
Yeah, it's something you put on when you're taking DMT.
Or having
Yeah, or tripping balls out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Or you're
Like
playing
that.
Dungeons and Dragons.
It's like modern day, like Pink Floyd or something. Like that part right before on Dark Side of the Moon, where it's just like.
Yeah.
I will give this a standard.
That's
for like
track
3 or 4
two. That's
yeah, it's
track
like-
2
for
on
like
the
a
run or
couple
some shit like
minutes
that.
long, and it's just like.
Just ends.
I will give this a standard score
the beginning.
if I was going to rate something like
Track
this in this fashion. I would give this a standard score of a 6.
Nice.
That's what I would give it.
That's still good. I'd give it a little higher. I'd go 6.5 just because I thought it was pretty creative.
Right.
Yeah.
And Eric, you're on the same page. Yeah, Blade Runner, man. It just
Yes.
sounds like we're in there. You know, the aristocracy is just sitting on these giant skyscrapers with their flying cars while us poor peasants are dying.
Are they
in the
running
streets.
around barefoot in the sewers?
The kids are poor, man.
Yeah.
It's 21,
I'm talking about the
44.
aristocracy.
No, they're rich. They don't even go to the ground. They spend their times in sky colonies and off-world, you know.
Like Elysiums.
Well, pretty much, except they
Pretty much.
Matt
piss and
Damon.
shit all over us from above,
Like they actually do.
from the sky.
There's a show on Netflix called Cannon Busters.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cartoon, like kind of American anime type style.
Right.
And there's a city in there. I don't remember what it's called, but they literally just throw their trash below, and the people below just like build houses out of it and
Poop.
all sorts of shit.
Houses of poop.
So everybody up top's just dumping their shit down below, and everybody's like, "Sweet man, look at this new piece of shit I got. I'm gonna turn it into a house.
Look at society now.
This will be a new
exactly where we're
centerpiece
at.
for my living room."
We're pre-dystopian.
Yeah, I give it a 6. Banger is like a club hit, not euphoric trance music. That's what I would think too.
I think nowadays people just say banger as in this song is really good to me.
when they don't even know about the bangarang. You know what I mean?
bangarang.
To understand the
About.
true origin of bangers, you need to understand the bangarang.
Take me back, Daddy-O.
there was a movie back in 1995 called Peter Pan.
Oh.
There was a fucking little douchebag in that movie called Rufio.
Yeah, it sounds like a
And he
douchebag.
ran a bunch of like this little crew of miscreants of like
Throwing-
little squirrel
throwing
and
shit at
raccoon people, named the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
And they swore they were happy even though they had no females around to keep them company or other than a small kind of slutty fairy played by Julia Roberts.
Oh, Julia
And,
Roberts.
I don't know if it was Julia Roberts or not. I can't
I
remember.
don't think that the Tinkerbell ever had any talking parts. Did she talk in the movie? Or?
Tinkerbell?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about
Yeah,
Hook.
yeah,
I'm thinking about the original like Peter Pan.
No, Hook. Robin Williams.
Right.
Robin
Okay, yeah.
Williams
And they
in a
would
Peter
chant.
Pan movie?
They would chant "Bangarang," which I forget what that means, but I'm pretty sure it meant like we're gonna do little
Hood rat shit.
hood rat
It was
douchey,
Julia
douchey
Roberts.
shit, and that's what they would do, man. They would do that shit.
Damn.
And Robin Williams turns into one of them.
So how did they get to the Bangarang?
I don't remember.
Not unlike the movie.
She was all about
Jack.
Peter Pan's nuts.
It was almost like Robin Williams had Benjamin Button's disease in that movie.
Ooh.
This is not an unfamiliar character for him.
No, yeah, that's like one of his things.
Anyways, that's our last song.
When you hear Robin Williams cuss and stand up, it's really off-putting.
He's like, well, Jiminy, Christmas fuck. And you're like, whoa,
Robin.
whoa, Robin.
Laughter is the best medicine, right?
No. Clearly not.
Oof, too soon. Nah.
You brought it up. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, you've watched another episode of The Plug. My name is Pauly G.
It's your boy, Ethan.
And I'm Bob.
We'll be back
We'll see you
next
time.
Friday at around the same time, which will be around 5:30. So check us out and join us. Tell your friends.
Josiah, we will definitely play your song on the next episode. I'm so
Indeed,
sorry we
indeed.
couldn't get to it tonight.
Thanks for joining us. We will see you next week.
Love you guys.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Bye.
Chicken grease.